Well, happy Friday, everyone. This is Greg Dixon, your chief cheerleader and enabler for Shared Visions Unlimited Publishing and Marketing. And today I'm going to talk about something. It's kind of a variation of a idea I've had for decades, but it's a new manifestation that just occurred to me this morning. So the topic here is consider creating a website as a publishing destination for your book. So I'm going to give you a bit of a history to this. In 1995, I believe it was, I went to San Francisco to present a paper at a very large educational conference called The Internet as a Publishing Medium. And I really fell in love with the internet as a way of reaching everybody with your content. And anything you wanted to post up there could be made available to everyone. And that theme still runs through Shared Visions Unlimited Publishing. If you come to me with a book, if you come to Betty and I with a book, we'll encourage you to create a digital version of it as well as a print version. And we will almost always, one of the things is I almost always will create a website for the author, mostly as a form of a landing page for marketing and getting people to sign up, either with links to get the book, links to get various versions of the book. So we put things out, certainly for our standard book client. We will put it out as a print book through Amazon or Spark, also an ebook. I really like flip books, so if it makes sense to put something out as a multimedia flip book, we'll do that. Also, I have a thing called a digital experience edition, which is a Kartra membership where you can combine multimedia aspects, put everything together, and you can sell it. And we often sell the print book along with the digital experience edition together, and we can make a lot more sales and a lot more money in that way. But I'm gonna take this one step further. I was just pondering that I really love making WordPress websites. I'm really good at it. I just really don't like website projects in the sense that a business wants to create a project, a website for, with an about section and and why use us as the services and all that kind of thing. I built hundreds and hundreds of websites for myself and other people, but really I want to combine this idea as the internet as a publishing medium with the idea of I'm just going to go back to this format here with the idea that that you can publish anything you want on a website. And what I'm going to suggest today, and what I'm going to actually do for myself for the next books that I create, is I'm going to use a WordPress website as the publishing medium for the book. And so what I have in mind for this is I'm going to register a domain name for the book, create a website with a description of the book. And I guess a book should be in quotations because it's not really a book, but it's it's the same content. The whole idea of create the content once and publish everywhere. And when I come up with a basic outline for what I think the chapters will be, and then I'll just start writing. So write one chapter. I could do a chapter a day, but it's probably realistically, if I did 3 a week, that's probably a good thing. And one of the reasons why can be a good process for you and for me is as a good website can be linked into search engines, and you can get people to give you feedback on what you're writing. And also with WordPress, you can add team members. So we have a few clients now where we set them up to do some blogging, and either they have ideas, we help them write the blogs and we post it and optimize it, or they submit it themselves. And then we go back and later and optimize it and edit it. So it's a good platform for collaboration. So that's the one of the things. So that's what I'm going to do with at least one of my book ideas. I have about 4 or 5 book ideas. One of the things is what to do next, right? So this way I can start it. get the landing page going, write, when inspired, and hopefully at least 3 times a week I'll write a chapter, and then I may actually continue with this process here and go daily and maybe just discuss that chapter I just wrote and with an overview of it, and get engagement here. And so this is for you. If the reason you're writing a book is that you want to share your insights, you want to help people, or you just want to entertain people. Maybe it's a series of stories, and you want to expand your influence and your reach worldwide, and also your authority. If you're writing a nonprofit about something, nothing's better than a series of articles about that idea, and people get to know you. And the way I'm going to do this is this book's going to be accessible through search engines everywhere, and the template I use for the WordPress has a really good search function. So once somebody gets to the site, they can find anything they want. It in a way, one thing is a blogging platform doesn't have the same structure as a book, but you can impose one. You can have like the table of contents I would put on the front page, and then also you can encourage them to start at the chapter, and then you can have previous chapter, next chapter to go through there. But when it comes down to it, most things are not, unless it's a whodunit, detective thing where you have to go one at a time. It does, but most non-fiction things are not like that. You really every chapter provides another piece of insight into whatever it is you're explaining, and it can be done at any order. So you can put things in there to encourage them to go through front and go through them, but it's not necessary. So anyway, this may not be applied to you. And okay, there are 2 things here. If we already have a book and it's really gone nowhere, maybe it's been on Amazon, maybe it's been out of there, and you have it, near zero sales, you don't have anything to lose by doing this. Create a website, put out the content, put it out, do some social media, maybe some YouTube stuff to support that, get it out there. And that's especially useful if what you want to do is establish yourself as an authority, and do as an influencer in a certain area, or if and I know many of you write your books because you simply want to help people. Like you have some kind of thing that is a pet project. You have an insight into getting certain kind of medical care or whatever it is, and that's what you're writing about. A lot of maybe coaching. You're coaching people. You've got a methodology. So something like this is where you really would just want to get it out there. There are 2 reasons why you wouldn't. One is if you want to monetize it. You can monetize it by if what you're doing is selling your services and something else. Every page can have a link to connect with you and buy something else, engage something. So it can be, but it's indirect. The content itself, you're not going to make money on. So that's the one reason that you might not want to do. And what I'm doing is I'm going to write mine live. That may terrify some people out there. But if you're working with an editor or writing coach and you've got this together, if you're working with us, if you're working with Betty, working with me, we can help do this. And it doesn't have to be technical. Like I think it's not hard to learn how to add stuff to WordPress website, but some people won't do it and some people will, and can work with you to help you if you want to tag along with this process. But in the very least, I'm going to do this as an experiment with myself. Pick at least one of the book ideas that I have in mind. Start there. I'll just let you know what things I'm thinking of. One book is called The First Book of Lazy. And the first line would be, if you're reading this, I've got over a few things. And basically, it's a look at some philosophical ways and pros and cons for laziness. Like there's in sort of some Eastern traditions is the law of least effort. It says, if you're struggling to do things, you're probably working too hard at something. And so I'll explore some of those ideas. The other book I'm thinking of doing is Adventures in Moving. Over the decades, I've had a lot of bizarre moving experiences, and one of the chapters would be, it says, one of my worst moves was moving my wife and her boyfriend, and the boyfriend wasn't the worst part. So there's quite a story to that, and that's a lot of fun. And another one that I'm probably going to do first is more of a spiritual journey. It's called All My Relations. I have connections to First Nation communities across North America, and that's a common thing. As they say, we're all related, all animals and plants, rocks, mountains, and all peoples are related. They have a wheel, a color wheel that they call some people call it as a unity wheel that represents all the different races, and the idea is that we're all connected. We need all of humanity to be whole. We need all life to be whole, all plants, all this universe, everything together. And I've got an outline for that with various spins, and and some of it's kind of serious, some of it's kind of fun. I've met lots of people that had a connection with, and it turns out that maybe we might be distant cousins. It might explain a few weird things, but anyway, it's just just have fun with it. So that's one of the things I might do. Also, some of the book publishing items, I have sketched out writing books on those things too, and might do that. But anyway, we'll see what happens. See what inspires me to go. I might actually start maybe two of them, work on two of them. So sometimes if you got two things, you can say on Tuesday you're inspired to write this, and on Wednesday inspired to write something on the other topic, and you'll never get stuck if you're doing that. Anyway, so that's my plan. There's an article there at sharedvisions.com/website publishing where I go through all the reasons, why you might consider doing this, and why I use the platform and plugins that I do. I just have to say, I've created a website called Rock Beats Cancer to promote a cancer concert, cancer benefit concert, and I use a lot of the techniques that I'm going to use for my own book on that to get thousands and thousands of visitors through organic search traffic, and also social media traffic. And we sold out the concert completely. So, but it's a lot easier to do if somebody wants what you're offering and searching for it. So really the exercise there is people had heard about the concert in various ways, and they're searching, and you get Google search would take them to the page, and then they push the button and order tickets. So it's a lot easier to sell anything that people want. It's hard to generate interest out of something that they don't know about or don't know that they want. And that's another reason for doing this live is if I write one of the books, for example, and I get no traffic, I get no feedback on it, no interest, then it's probably not worth my time to go and format the book, submit it, and do other marketing for it. From a financial point of view, it might be worthwhile to do anyway. So one of the advantages of getting a print book out there through Amazon or anywhere is it's kind of your legacy. It's kind of there forever. People can find it on Amazon. People can get it. Maybe you'll find it, and somebody in 50 years will buy it at a garage sale, or get it at a bookstore, or get it somewhere else. And it's kind of a living legacy. So that's the argument for doing a print book, which everybody should probably do. All I'm suggesting here is, in addition to the print book or the first version of your book, do it live as a website and get feedback. If you engage your tribe in it, You can get your print book will be better. You get people will tell you, well, I'm interested in this, but I'm not interested in that. And then of course you'll get a lot of opinions about grammar and things like that that probably for the most part won't be helpful, but some of it is. And we can also, if you're interested in coming on the journey, you can do it just tagging along. And I'm going to probably tomorrow, I'm going to do an outline of how I'm starting this and setting it up. And if you're going to tag along, I'll take you through the process. And if you want help with this, I can create a optimized website for you, train you how to do it, or work with you to get the content out on the book website. So that's my suggestion, my crazy suggestion for the day, and it's my offer. And the whole thing here is really, I think this is for you if you enjoy writing, you want to explore it, and you want to have some fun with it. So let's have some fun. And if you've got something that can really help somebody, the sooner you get it out there, get it out helping people, the better. So anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Go check out sharedvisions.com/website publishing. There's a link there to make an appointment if you're at all interested in coming along with the journey, just informally, or if you want some formal help with this. I'm available. I'm your chief cheerleader, chief enabler, and happy Friday, everyone.